Millie, welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. I'm like so excited to be here right now. This is awesome.
I know this is so fun. So I love Millie so much. And when I found out what you were doing, I was like obsessed. And then I stalked all your stuff. And then I was like, I have to know about this.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
I'm so excited. So I'm like, we just got to talk. We just need to talk on the podcast. If you will come on. And she said yes. So I was like, you guys need to meet Millie. So here we are. We're going to chat. This is Millie, as I already introduced her. But Millie and I met. Let's talk about how we met real quick.
Yeah.
So a couple things. First of all, I want to talk about, we'll talk about how we met and we'll have some fun in between all these things. But we're going to talk about this product that you made. We're going to talk about how it can freaking change people's lives.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about how to do something similar if you're a nail tech and you want to have like, or you've been like, you have this idea for this like side project, a new way to have revenue coming in to your pocket. And it's just so exciting. So we'll talk about all those different things, but let's start with how we met because I think it's so fun.
I know Andrea's known me since I was like a little girl.
She was this little baby nail tech.
Yep.
So how did you get started in the nail industry? Go ahead and just like explain that.
Yeah, well, my mom's a hairdresser, so she worked with Andrea and she was just the best nail tech ever. And it's actually pretty funny because the first time I really got to sit down and do nails with Andrea was actually a class for my little sister, Lizzie. Lizzie got a class from you for her birthday. And I just came to like hang out and watch. And I was like, I can do this. I paint my nails all the time. So Lizzie got a bunch of products and she's very like, she loves to dive into something, do it for a minute. She gets bored and she moves on. And I was like, no, I love this. And this is a way for me to make some money. And I was like in 9th grade, you know, I can do my nails, I can do my girlfriend's nails. And my mom was big on, you're going to learn how to do hair or nails or both. I don't care. I don't care if you do it forever. I don't care if you just do it right now, but I have the chance to give this to you, to give you a career, and you're going to do it kind of whether you like it or not. Yeah. And I cannot do hair to save my life. You don't want me touching your hair. But nails, I was like, I can do this. I'm super OCD. I like consistency. I love chatting with people. I got this. So Andrea, you gave me a couple classes and kind of taught me the basics. And I just went from there and built up my whole business.
You did. And you were so amazing. And she did end up coming, her and her mom ended up coming to work at my salon that I owned. And then I got to watch her work. And you guys, this woman is, are you 22?
I'm 23 now.
23 now? Okay. And she's a hugely experienced nail tech because she's been doing it since 9th grade.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed, blown away by how good she is at talking to people because from a little girl, she was not afraid to communicate with adults because she was raised in a salon. Yeah. And you guys, the self-confidence that she exudes and like, just determination. And we're going to talk about that today because she created a product that helps people make their lives better. And oh my gosh, like the way she makes her life, like her dream and what she wants to create, it's so exciting. So you're such an inspiration.
Thank you.
Okay, we got to jump to it. Okay, let's talk about what you created. What is your new like baby creation?
Yes. So my new creation is my bullet journal. It's my Embark 2022 bullet journal. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, what the heck is a bullet journal, right? I took a survey for myself and everybody who answered it said they had no idea what a bullet journal was. They've never bullet journaled before. And they were asking, how is it different than a normal journal? So a bullet journal basically is just a blank book that has, instead of lines, it has little dots in a perfect grid system. And so that way you can create little custom calendars, you can create boxes, you can create trackers. It's basically a blank book where you get to use your brain and your creativity. And you get to say, you know, what are my needs? What are the things I'm trying to work on? And it's kind of like a journal, a planner, a calendar, habit trackers, everything in one. And so you get to kind of create it. And I realized that that is kind of intimidating to some people. A lot of people don't have like the artistic abilities that they think that they do, or they just get overwhelmed and it's a lot of work. And so I started bullet journaling back about 2 years ago to kind of get me out of a weird little like depression spell I was having. And I just felt like I was out of control. I didn't know how I was doing day to day. I didn't have control over my life or my emotions. And so that's how I found bullet journaling, and I made my first one, and it like changed my freaking life. It did. And I started posting it on social media, and everybody was like, I want one of these. Will you make me one? And I was like, no, because I hand drew my first book. I hand drew the whole thing. It would take me a month or a whole weekend just to create 1 month. Like it took a long time.
And if you guys watch her YouTube channel, she kind of shows you some pictures. We'll post a link. She'll show you some pictures of her first journal. And like there's details in there. And I know some of you are nail artists where you're like, I love to create stuff. But some of us who are nail artists are like, I love to put stamps on people that's already made. That like you don't have to like, and we're busy moms. So Millie creating and hearing that like there was a need in the market, people were like, oh my gosh, make one for me. She's like, okay.
Yeah. So once
I get to that part of the story where you decided
well, I realized that like, you know, hand drawing 100 books, like that's not possible for me to do. I do not have the time. So I decided to make it online digitally on an app and then get it printed into actual books. So everything is already custom. It's in there. There's fun themes, there's trackers, it's consistent, but yeah, it's all just in one little book for you.
I love it so much. And something that like we all need is that kind of like consistency in our lives. And I want you to tell us like, why does that matter? What did you learn? And I know in our intro, I talked a little bit about your experience in fitness. So tell us what you learned about consistency.
Yeah, I just think consistency is huge in anything that you're doing. And I relate consistency in life and whatever goals you have a lot to the gym, because I do that a lot. But most people know, you know, you can't go to the gym one day, do a booty workout and some ab workouts, go home and look in the mirror and see abs. Like that just doesn't happen, right? But once you go every day and you're consistent, down the road, one day you look in the mirror and now you have those abs that you wanted, or your booty's getting bigger like you wanted. And it just takes consistency. And it's like that with your body. It's like that with your mind. It's like that with your business, especially with nails. It does not happen overnight. You don't get your license, go to a salon, and all of a sudden have a full clientele. Doing nails and working in the beauty industry, like that's a really difficult thing. And not everyone can make it and stay consistent with it and be okay with growing and having it build. And just with my nail business, right before I came to your salon, I finally started getting that traction. I was working part-time doing nails. And once I came to Shine, it was time for me to let go and decide that I'm going to do this full time. And it just happened. But that was with 3 years of consistency, doing good work, loving my clients and not giving up. And so any part of life, you have to be consistent, but it's really hard to be consistent when you don't even have anywhere to track that. Do you even know that you're being consistent? This is all just in our brains. That's overwhelming. We have no idea. So writing something down and seeing like a graph, a chart, that is huge, because it shows you like if you were to work out and see your body, you can see the improvement. It's kind of hard to see that improvement in our mind. And it's a lot.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I love so much that you talk about. She's so fun to follow on Instagram, by the way, you guys. You have to go follow at Millie Kay with an E, but I will post that. But one thing is that she talks about having this like just down moment in her life and having where she just felt like she was super depressed. But tell us what you learned when you started tracking it in something that you put in this journal that's coming out that you call a mood tracker, right?
Yeah. So it's my mood tracker. So my first one, my theme was sunflowers. So I created this sunflower and it had 30 or 31 petals on it. So every day I would just pick a color, like black being the darkest, the most depressed, the saddest I was, the lightest yellow being the happiest, and everything in between. So every day I would sit down and I would reflect on my day and think, did I have a bad day, or did I just think that I had a bad day? Because my mindset is in a weird place. So being able to sit down, reflect on my day, and realize that I actually had a fantastic day today, marking that down one day at a time, to the point where I got to the end of the month and I realized I only had one bad day. There was only one black petal on that entire flower.
Awesome.
And the rest was yellow. And it was so cool. I was like, I am not depressed. I am happy. I'm having a good day, but it all blurs together because I have no way to track it, you know?
And when you feel like you are, and you let yourself
Mhm.
spiral into thinking about that, you just think more about it. And how
You
many of
do.
us like just felt so depressed at different times during lockdown and all different kinds of things the past couple of years. And just like, if I wish I would have been tracking that whole time, my mood tracker,
Mhm.
and would have been able to be like, oh, you know what, this is a pretty good day, and focus on that. Like, how
Mhm.
cool. I think
It is
that's
cool.
so
And then you
fun.
carry that. Yeah, you focus on it. You get excited about it. You carry it into the next day. And then at the end of the month, you have a perfect graph that shows you that you are consistent and you are happy. And that's awesome. And I also have like the affirmation tracker in there. So every day you're telling yourself something positive and something nice. And that just puts it out into the world, into the universe. And it proves to yourself that you are all of those happy, good things. And so then it helps your mood. It's just this awesome, like snowball effect of happiness. It's great.
It's so fun. And it's so you, because you're just like one of those people that light up the room and just like help everybody around you feel excited and happy. I do want to point out how fun this is for nail techs to do, because and we're going to talk about, I'm going to let you talk about why normal journaling sucks, but because you love to talk about that topic. This is fun and colorful, and it's something that you want people to stumble across and find, like your kids to pick up and look through. And like every time I try to journal, I just want to throw it in the garbage and hope that no one ever finds it. And I know, and I've listened to studies and people talk about, you know, all these things of like journaling being so great, but tell us why normal journaling sucks.
Yeah, I just think, you know, I'm pretty sure every single one of us have at least one, if not two journals that we went and bought because we got excited. We said, oh, I'm going to journal. My life is going to change. It's going to be great. You wrote a page or a half a page in it, and then you never touched it again. And it just sits there. And I think the reason why we forget about it is because it's kind of hard. It's not like easy to just sit down every night and write like a whole page or a couple pages of journaling. That takes a very long time.
And like a normal book is a good size. And so when you get past a paragraph and you don't have more, then you're like, this page is stupid. Why would I keep this page?
Exactly. Yeah. And you know, we're human beings and we're busy. We already have so much going on and so many things to do. And the last thing we really have time for is sitting down and taking 30 minutes to an hour to write a journal entry. That is too hard. Our brains do not want to do new things and create new habits that are hard. And journaling is a habit. And so what I did is I gave you just smaller boxes to journal in. Obviously you have a whole lot of things. You have your trackers, your calendars, you have your journaling pages, and they're small. They're not big. And I did that for a reason, because nobody can stay consistent with doing pages and pages of journaling, but anybody can take 30 seconds to write down 5 to 10 points of the highlights of their day, little bullet points, a tiny little entry, or even just saying, I had a great day today. That is easy. That is and that is trackable, and it's easier to be consistent with because it's easy.
Yes, I love it. I love it so much. It's so nice. It's so easy. It's nice to have it all already done for you and that you put it together that way.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. And every page is new every month. One thing I took from nails is when the seasons change, right? We usually do, you know, springtime nails, Thanksgiving nails, Halloween, Christmas nails. And so I just did that with all of the months in my book. A lot of my inspo came from fun nails that I've done, and like themes and stuff. So I kept it exciting. Every month is consistent, right? So it has the same trackers, but they all have different themes and different colors. Some months have random little bonus pages in there for you to keep it exciting, to keep it fun and not mundane and bland like a normal book would be. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it.
That is so cool. So this is like, let's jump into like what, like creating the idea to even go ahead and do this. This is art, but a different kind of form, right? Like you had to kind of learn a new medium. You had to kind of get on your, you know, laptop and do some things and create it. Like, was that scary to jump into? And like, tell us about the journey of like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, it was. So obviously I've been a nail tech for a while. I specialize in hand painted art and hand painted designs, which is funny because I never thought I was an artistic person. My family's insanely artistic. My little sister, Lizzie, if she could just sit in her room and paint and do art every day, she would. And so I always thought like, I'm not artistic. I'm OCD. That's it. Like, I'm not creative, but doing nails kind of made me realize like, yeah, like I can do this, but with nails, I mean, I'm doing minuscule centimeter designs, not like full pages. So when I first started bullet journaling with just like markers, pens, pencils, that was fun. It made me realize like, okay, I can do art. And then I had to transfer to doing digital art, like on an iPad, on an app that I've never used before. I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's very different because I do it on my iPad. And so you don't have different like pencils and markers that have actual textures to them. You have one pen with like settings that can do different textures and designs and whatever. And yeah, it was overwhelming, but I just got excited by it. I thought it was so fun. And the excitement was making me so that I could push past like all of this like scarcity. And, I watched so many YouTube videos just trying to learn like how to use this dang app that I was using, but just tons of YouTube videos and deciding that I'm going to figure this out. And so I did. And I met, sorry, that was a whole bunch of word vomit, but I had to like redo this book about 10 times because I had no idea what I was doing. So like the paper size was wrong. So then I'd fix the paper size, but then now I have to add margins. So now I have to redo it with margins. And it took a long time, but it was a huge learning curve. But we figured it out, and now I know how to make it easier when I come out with the next books. But yeah, it was a journey trying to figure it out, but I'm so thankful that I dug deep and just did it.
Yeah, good for you. And it sounds like, so you are planning on doing like kind of like a line of them, like different types of the journals. And and I love that. And you have a product you can sell to anybody. You can sell them to nail techs who are excited about how this is so artistic and such a fun way to journal. You can sell it to your clients, right there at your station. You can like just share what you love creating and doing and using, because you're like a product of the product.
Yes.
And then you get to like just have so much fun with it.
Yeah, it's been exciting. I have so many ideas. Like I have different themed ones, like people who are more towards like fitness, or some people who want more towards like their work and their mindset. I even thought it'd be fun to make one for like when people have their babies. So you can like put pictures and do like the cutest thing my baby did today and like height and weight updates. Yeah. So
I gotta get that one.
Right.
I ordered mine. I'm excited to get mine probably next week though.
I'm excited. And I just think too, as nail techs, we're in the service industry, right? I think first of all, just being women, being females and working in the service industry, we're so good at doing so much for others. That's all we do all day long. Listen to others, be therapists for others, take others' burdens upon ourselves. And then not to mention when we go home and we have families and we have children to take care of, it's really hard to do things for ourselves. And so what I loved about bullet journaling was it takes 5 minutes because everything's laid out for you. You go check a couple boxes, you write something nice about yourself, and you write a little journal entry. It takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes to do something for yourself. You will be so shocked on what a difference like that will make in your happiness and your life and your confidence. It's huge.
I love it because I've been doing some different goal setting the past like more than 90 days, I think. And I keep forgetting what my goal is for that day. Like I just keep forgetting, and I have it posted around my house, but having the journal by my bed every night, like it's right there. Like, I think that's going to be the funnest way to like, not just like get my goals done, but just like get excited about crossing things off and like progress and all of those things. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm just so excited. I really think it's going to change people's lives. And that's just is like the coolest thing to me. I feel like everybody has a gift on this earth, right? I think we all have personal gifts. And I just decided if I have any reason or purpose for being here, it's just to make other people happy and bring them joy. And nowadays, a lot of people kind of struggle with that. And I know that I have, and we all will have times in our life where we do that. And this book was a thing that was able to make me realize that I am happy and I have control over my thoughts and my day, and I'm able to reflect. And it's huge what it will do to your mindset when you are positive with yourself and you put it out into the universe and you're daily thinking about it and not just living willy-nilly, having no idea what you're doing.
That is so huge. Like I'm way big about the affirmations that you have in there, that like the space for that, and like the power of that, like in use in your own life. And I just think that if you're not consciously doing it, and those of you listening, like, if you're consciously like making that a habit, making that a practice, if you want to call it that. And if you're not, like, then you're defaulting to just allowing yourself to absorb things from everything, from music, from your friends, from what your husband says all the time, from your kids, from your clients. Like how much are we absorbing from those conversations? And that is so cool to have that tool and to be able to have used it. Like you said, you've used it for a couple of years, haven't you? Like,
yeah, I did. I used to up until I started designing it online, and then I got sidetracked, and I'm so excited that I actually have one in my hands that I can use now. You wanted to wait for yours. Yeah, I did. I was like, I want to wait. I want this book. I want to use it. And I feel like my life's been a jumble because I haven't had my tool to help me live. It does work. It really does. I'm a good testament to that. I've used it. I've not used it. I know the difference when I am using it versus when I'm not. And it really makes a big difference. I'm just so excited about it.
It's so cool. Okay. So let's wrap it up. Any last words as far as like the side hustle part of it, of like anyone who's wanting to add something new, like whatever their thing is that they're inspired to do to their nail career? Because I have nail techs that are following this and watching this, people in the beauty industry in general. And like, what would you say to them?
I would just say, find the things that you love to do. If you love to do nails and you're artistic, what else can you do with that? I truly believe, we live in the United States of America. We have every possible tool at our fingertips. Anything that you want to do, if you are happy, if you are passionate about it, you will find the time to make it work. Like me and Luke, we both work full-time jobs. He helps me run all my back office stuff, and he's my biggest cheerleader. He's so great, and I'm so thankful for him. But like every night we come home and we sit in front of our whiteboard, we figure out what we have to do, we make a list, and we even spend a couple hours at the end of the day figuring it out. If you want to make something happen, you 100% have the control and have the opportunity to do that. You have the power, no one else. And that's like so powerful to think about and to know. And it's very empowering to give yourself that control and to give yourself that power. And it's just so fun. And like you have all of your clients. Like I sat down yesterday, I brought a book to work, just like a sample one. And every single client was like, I'm buying one. I had one lady who's like, I'm buying 5 of them. I'm like, do you know how cool that is? Like, that is so cool. Neat. Yeah. So it's like,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, it's just, if you think you want to start a small business or a side hustle, it's hard to think like, oh, no one's going to buy my products. But your clients are probably going to be the first ones to buy those. If they believe in it and if they believe in you, they will support you. And then word of mouth is huge, right? I built my clientele off of word of mouth. All my clients either know someone who knows someone who knows someone who comes to me. So all I got to do.
I just have to say how fun that is, because you've built an amazing Instagram platform, but that's your fitness stuff. Like your clientele has been totally word of mouth because you're such an awesome nail tech.
Thank you.
And you're so talented, but that's huge. And like owning a salon and watching retail kind of sit on the shelves, I have to say, like, if you're passionate about your product, if you're passionate about something, the excitement, like you're literally breathing life into what the thing is sitting on the shelf or sitting in front of your client, or the lotion you use on them before they leave. And you breathe that energy, that life into it. And that's why they buy it. Like I've done this so many times. I've bought stuff and I've stuck it on the shelf thinking someone will just be like, oh, look, there it is. I want that. Nope, never happens. Like you have to send energy, send those vibes to it, send that love and that excitement to it. And one of my favorite things, you guys have to watch Millie. You have to subscribe to her email list and watch her YouTube videos. But when she lights up about the first day she got her books, her big order of all these like new journals, she holds the book up. And I'm like dying because I've taken like these sales training classes and these like what they teach you like how to like just like breathe that life into it. Like, but she just like naturally, because this is like her thing. Like she's sitting here doing it. She's like, oh, look at this book. And I'm like, you're doing it, and people are like feeling that vibe and they're like, I have to have one. Like,
yes.
And that's how you like move things forward. Like value exchange, it's just energy. It's just all this like behind the scenes, like woo woo part of it. But I believe in it so strongly. And Millie just like exudes that with like everything she touches. And people are so excited to say, Millie does my nails. And so they tell people, they're so excited to say my nail tech designed my book and they're going to buy one. Like they've watched the whole story. They're so into it. So that is just speaks so much to like, I think it's so exciting.
Thank you. It is exciting. And yeah, sharing like, I mean, I've been working on this book for like 2 years. I made it. I decided I wasn't going to follow through on it. But every time, you know, my clients are talking to me and asking me questions about my life just as much as I'm asking about theirs. They know a lot about me. They're like my family and my best friends at this point. And so being able to share like the progress and where I'm at or where I'm not at or getting excited about it again, like sharing those details with people, those personal, intimate details, that's what one makes people fall in love with you. And two is going to make them fall in love and be so excited about this product that you have because they love you. And they love watching you grow and they get excited for you because you're part of their family too. And so it's just been awesome. And I'm so thankful for my clients. They've been so great at listening to me vent along this whole journey, but it's gotten them excited because I care about them enough to share this very intimate part of my life that I'm trying to create,
it's
you know?
just so cool. And it's so cool that it's a journal because your clients are going to want to tell you what they wrote in theirs.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep going. And then they're going to want the next one. And it's going to be so fun for you. I'm so excited. It's like this brand new business venture and it's just really cool. So do you have any final thoughts before we end this episode? Like if anything you want to talk about the book, anything about the book specifically, or any last thoughts?
Just how excited I am. And in one of my videos that you were kind of chatting about, like how fun it was to really get this book in my hands. And like, it is a dream. And in one of my videos, the first day I got it, I got really emotional. Cause like I said, I feel like my one gift is to make people's lives better and to bring joy to their life. And when I sat down and I held this book and I thought about what it would do for people, I'm maybe going to cry again. What I thought about what this would do for people, that was just the coolest like gift and the coolest blessing to realize that like I have the power to make a change in people's lives. And I was just so thankful that I was able to actually follow through on this. Cause I know that if you guys use this, if you decide that you are ready to take control of your life, take control of your goals, take control of your thoughts and your emotions, this tool will do this for you. And I promise that it will change your life if you are ready to make a difference. Because I cannot do this for you. Andrea cannot do this for you. It is you deciding that you love yourself and you care about yourself so much that you are willing to take 5 minutes out of your day and put all of that love and that energy and give it back to yourself. And I promise that this book will do that for you. And I love when people reach out to me. I love when people tell me how they're doing. Like, that's why I made this book, right? Was to make an impact on people's lives. And so I just can't wait to hear all of the stories and all of the updates on how everyone's doing with it. And yeah, I'm just excited about it and excited for the change that it will make in people's lives. And I titled this book Embark because one, it was my first one. It was me embarking on this journey of starting my own personal small business and starting my first book. And I just want everybody else I challenge you to embark on your journey, to take this book, decide that this is the year that you are going to fall back in love with yourself and you are going to have intent with every single day. And you're just going to go, you're going to start and you're going to embark. So I'm really excited. And I just appreciate you having me on here, Andrea. This was so fun.
I just love it so much. And I'm going to cry too, because I just know the genuine, like real raw you that I've known for so long and how you truly care about people. And just like I just know how authentic that wish is that you just spoke, you know, and just like the life that ripples on into other people's lives. It's so beautiful. Woo! I love it. I'm so excited for you. And you have to come back on and like share how the journey is going and how everything is, and any new books that you come out with. And yeah, this has been so great to have you on here. Okay, let's talk about it. How, if people want the book, how do they get it? What do they do? How do they follow you? Those kind of things. So just like real quick, and what's like, you have some exciting Thanksgiving stuff coming up, right?
Yes. So, to follow me, I'm on Instagram. You have my personal page, which is Millie, MILLIE _K with an E at the end. And I just created my bullet journal account. So my company is Millie Kay Bullet Journal Co. So we can probably put all those tags in there.
Yeah,
so you can find me at Millie Kay or at Millie Kay Bullet Journal Co. Today, I am announcing that we will be doing a giveaway, and I will be announcing the winner on Black Friday. That is when we go live. That is when we launch the book. That is when everyone can buy it. So we launch on Black Friday. The giveaway winner will be announced on Black Friday, and it will be open for everyone to get. So the link for my website is on my Instagram page, or you can just go to shopmilliekay.com.
Perfect. And this episode is going to drop tonight. I'm going to have it out Mountain Standard Time by 8 o'clock. So today is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And then that is all coming up. So this week, it's so exciting. So we're going to put all those links in the comments below and all of the things. And let me make sure I asked you all the questions. Yeah, I got all of mine. I'm so excited. This has been an awesome episode. I'm so glad that you said yes to coming on here. I'm so excited for your journey. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I love this. This was awesome. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Okay, you guys go out there and get your bullet journal and just follow Millie and her fun adventure, and let us know if you have any questions for the next time we have Millie back on the show. Have an awesome rest of your day and a happy Thanksgiving. Bye, guys.